It's a fact that I've made mistakes, said some shit I regret, worked with folks I wish I didn't, and have experienced failures topped with regret. I've expressed emotions, thoughts, and false conclusions prematurely. I've had my opinions swayed. I've been manipulated, deceived, and disappointed. And I take accountability for 100% of it, you guys. For those who don't know, my nickname, GN, stands for Gun Noob. It's a self-deprecating moniker that I've come to embrace as representative of what I always want to be. A noob, a beginner, a student. The tactical and martial arts community are riddled with experts, professionals, geniuses, and frauds. And as a newcomer, it was difficult to tell which is which. I've been trapped by the hype, got caught up in charismatic persuasion, fell in love with and got attached to methodologies, schools, systems, and personalities. Now, I'm sure many of you can relate. Perhaps you're still a student too. Perhaps you've experienced the same heartache and disappointment as you tried to navigate through these often confusing worlds of martial arts, tactical and defensive tactics. And like you, I'm still here. We're still at it. These industries and the people within it have provided me with unbelievable experiences, infinite access to knowledge, amazing opportunities, and lifelong friendships. I didn't want this to be all negative. But being in the public eye in such cutthroat industries, I've developed a reputation that is dependent upon my successes and failures. But those who stick around long enough to witness my journey realize that this entire thing is a process. And my hope is that the process is what will eventually define me. As you know, one of these industries escape the event horizon of being labeled, judged, and misunderstood. And like a black hole, these opinions can often feel inescapable. But, we're not done. We continue to evolve. We continue to be depressed by failure and shortcomings. And we continue to rise from those ashes, renewed. Hopefully with our zest and passion intact, ready for the next hurdle or barrier in our path. And man, this isn't just about me. This is about us. We draw conclusions from limited or outdated information all the time. The social network, as much as it brings us closer together, also tear us apart. So here's what I'll do, and I hope you'll consider joining me. Let's open up those locked doors. Let's rebuild the bridges we burned, or at least be open to it, because I can't stand here to talk about evolution and processes without admitting that those who may have done us wrong haven't evolved themselves, that somehow they're not in a process of self-discovery either. We're talking about industries that ironically deify and worship expertise and sell certainty. Ironic because the fight is unpredictable, unrepeatable, and chaotic. The power of dogma is that it's difficult to recognize. And undoubtedly, none of us are done failing and making mistakes, and it would be foolish to believe that the experts that we tend to worship and love are infallible and perfect. They too are in the process. And that process is what we ought to believe in, subscribe to, and ride along with. So it's going to be a bumpy ride. Buckle up. Let's go. Guys, my name is Paulo Rubio, and I am honored to be your tour guide for this leg of the journey.